And now some startling news in the ongoing investigation into the IRS targeting of conservative groups. The IRS has apparently admitted to a federal judge it did not search many of the department's standard computer systems for IRS official Lois Lerner's missing emails. That's according to the conservative organization Judicial Watch, which is suing the IRS for access to documents related to the scandal. Congressman Blake Farenthold is on the Committee for Oversight and Government Reform, investigating the IRS. He joins us now live. Congressman, good to have you with us today.
Hello, Shannon.
All right, so let me ask you about this admission. I read over the court documents here, and apparently the IRS is saying, yeah, there's some stuff we didn't search because we didn't think the emails could possibly be there. In our estimation, is that a good enough answer for you?
No, it isn't. The problem is, in the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, we've been trying to get the same emails, but there's nobody in the Justice Department willing to work with us, which makes the confirmation of the new AG an important issue. Is she going to be someone who is going to pursue investigations against her employer as the chief law enforcement officer of the country?
Well, and Judicial Watch has had good success with some of these lawsuits it's had recently, where the committees often say that they've been stymied, and yes, maybe you've been provided thousands of pages worth of documents, but they're not exactly what you're looking for. Do you like the two-pronged approach? Do you think this is something legislators alone should be handling, getting to the bottom of this, or are you all for outside groups like Judicial Watch taking it to the courts?
I think we need to partner with outside groups. Congress can't do it all. The Constitution left power with the citizens as well, so Judicial Watch going in there is a good thing. It's just a shame we can't get it in Congress.
Do you think that the investigations currently underway in Congress are going to heat up? Do you think now that you've got not only the House majority, you gained some seats, but also across the Hill, you've got Republicans on the Senate side. Do you think that, GOP controlling the entire of Capitol Hill will give you more power or more motivation to continue?
Well, I think we'll see some more help from our counterparts in the Senate. There are, similar committees in the Senate that do investigations as well. So I'm looking forward to the Senate helping out and divvy up the work and hopefully have a little bit more success. But again, Congress has no enforcement authority. They rely on the Justice Department to enforce. And when the Justice Department drags their feet or doesn't do anything at all, we really are stymied in Congress.
They say they're investigating.
They say they're investigating, but we haven't seen much. Lois Lerner was held in contempt of Congress. The contempt resolution is the contempt shall be brought before a grand jury. Hasn't happened yet.
Well, and also the Attorney General remains under contempt of Congress for something else, Fast and Furious. But you can't expect that the Justice Department is going to prosecute itself.
Well, again, I think we need an Attorney General that is committed to the law. Eric Holder was more like the president's personal attorney, bending the law to try to give the president what he wanted, rather than being the people's lawyer, which in the past you've seen attorney generals get crossways with the president that appointed them as they were doing their duty.
Do you think you're going to get things done on the Hill now? I mean, your critics of the Republicans say the election wasn't really about your great ideas. It was frustration with Washington in general. And when Republicans talk about, well, now we have the Senate, we're going to get things passed in the House and the Senate and just keep flooding the president's desk. Your critics say they don't like that. It's pointless. It doesn't get you anywhere. What's your take on what's coming?
Listen, I think as we've taken the Senate, we're going to have the opportunity to put some stuff on President Obama's desk. We're going to get to debate the issues both in the House and the Senate. And when we deliver bills, many of which will be bipartisan, the president's going to have to explain why he's not signing them.
All right. Congressman Blake Farenthold, always good to see you. Thanks, sir.
Good to see you, Shannon.